sometimes I just see a lot of things. I'll just be like, wow, this is so nice, and it's actually a good place to be. You understand? So it's not like you just be at a place and you don't see anything that you just be so amazed with. So, and like, for me to be in a kind of a city right here, and this is kind of a small city. So being in a small city like this, to see all this, definitely if I go to a bigger city right here, it's actually going to be so amazing, and it's actually going to be so good to be here.
I dropped off in Shanghai, right? It's a big city, a very big city. So, but I was coming to a smaller city, right? And people stare, people stare, people stare. Who's that gorgeous brown melanin there? I didn't like it at first, but people stare. So you have to smile it off, be nice. People touch your hair, black hair, you know, but you have to just shrug it off and be nice with it. Because some people, it's genuine interest. It's genuine interest. I think I'm probably the only one, because I shared this with a lot of people. I shared this with my colleagues, if I may say. My process, I'm telling you, the China embassy in my country is very efficient.
Okay, the experience based on the application for the student visa in my country was, I must say, it was quite stressful. It was quite stressful because you have to get all your documents authenticated, verified, certified by the Ministry of Education, and those steps there actually takes a long of time.
It's very efficient. I don't want to take anything away from them. They're very efficient because I applied on Monday. By Friday, I was called to get my. The only problem that I had is just that part on the certificate, the COVID test, the COVID vaccine, actually, COVID vaccine.
It's actually going to exhaust you, know your strengths. Financially, you're going to still get exhausted before you can get all those things done. You understand?
If you get your documents, all the documents that I needed, if you get every document and it's well stamped, it has all the dates, because remember, you have to apply within the specific period of time. I believe it's like 6 months or so. Yeah, so if everything is up to date, you won't have, I believe you won't have any issues with them.
All steps are important in applying for it. All steps are important in applying for it. Getting all your documents ready, your results, your BSc results, right? Your transcripts, your recommendation letters, your PCC, right? And your, what are they calling it? Identification cards, and a lot of documents like that. Everything are important. Everything are important in applying for an application.
I believe some other countries is a little bit complex when it comes to student visas, but all I needed, I believe, the one thing I needed was my school to send an email to the consulate to actually acknowledge my admission, right? I didn't know that beforehand, so it's best you tell your school that I'm going to apply for my visa today, this and this, so can you please send an email to this Botswana consulate, right? China consulate. I'm telling you this, I don't want to take anything from them. It was really efficient, right? It was really efficient in the sense that you stand in the queue, you asked, they were helping multiple people all at once, right? And it's I didn't have a problem with them, honestly.
About the preparation for the move to China, it's just like a thing. When you know that, okay, you have your dates of flights, you are moving this to so time, you just have to look for a very better time for you to make arrangements for yourself before your departure dates. You understand? So there are a lot of things you have to get before you actually depart on that specified date, right? So like you're getting some foodstuffs, your clothes, prepare your necessary documents that you've actually had all your lives. Just make sure you have them with you. Also, concerning the aspect of getting stores, right? I have to prepare myself. That is not like something you have to take it's very serious, but you just have to get them as soon as possible. Well, everything I actually prepared because I'm this kind of simple guy. My documents, my clothes, and food.
I dropped off in Shanghai, right? It's a big city, a very big city. So, but I was coming to a smaller city, right? And people stare, people stare, people stare. Who's that gorgeous brown melanin there?
Concerning the cultural adjustments here, ever since I've been here in China, I must say, I'm this kind of person. I like to be myself, right? So the only cultural adjustment I must say I've actually tried to change is the mode of approach. The mode of approach.
It's just accepting that you're in a different continent, you're in a different place. I had to obviously change my eating habits because wow, I lost weight. But I'm getting used to that. The food is different, it's way different. China's very different food, right? It needs somebody who's like able to eat anything and everything, right? Oh God, we have to cut that one.
You know, where I come from, the way we approach each other, you know, greets, stuff like that, it's quite different from them here. If you kind of approach them like that, they're gonna see you like, oh, what's happening? They're gonna see you like, what's it saying? What's it doing? You know. So I just try to change my mode of approach if I'm kind of, you know, trying to talk to any of all these Chinese people. You know. But any other thing about me, I just try to be myself. That's it.
Anyway, they have a lot of food, but I'm a picky eater, so I had to adjust that. But also, what adjustment did I have to make? I had to make that. Well, mentally, I had to prepare myself that I didn't like it at first, but people stare, so you have to smile it off, be nice. People touch your hair, black hair, you know, but you have to just shrug it off and be nice with it because some people it's genuine interest. It's genuine interest. The quality of education here in my school per se. Remember, I'm a science student, and remember I'm a biological engineering student. Oh my God. The core courses are fine. The core courses are fine, like my genetic engineering, my molecular engineering, they're fine. But what I would advise for everybody out there is that there are a lot of schools, like I said, right? The best thing for you to do is research about the school, check out where it ranks in the country, where it ranks in the world, right? Where it ranks in the city, at least that, right? And be sure if they say the program is offered in English, be sure ask to speak to one of the students, right? So that because they would give you a clear or a more definitive answer, like as to exactly what is going on with the school. It's a school, they're trying to get more students.
Concerning the quality of education, it's quite you know, it's quite good based on the infrastructures they have, right? It's quite good based on the infrastructures. That's it. The teachers are ready to hear you, and they are ready to hear your view about any of the courses they are teaching you. So I guess there you can interact more with your lecturers right here, and it's one of those things that actually helps students to learn fast and understand the main concept of the major or course they're studying. Also the environment, you know, learning environments, it's very good, very cool and calm. Maybe you need some time for yourself and you just have to go out and you know, maybe read or something. You can actually go out anywhere and read. It's actually very calm and cool for you to actually read and digest anything you are actually learning.
My expectation, you know, I have I know people that score here, so I knew what to expect. But you know, you kind of hope some of the things are not there, but obviously they're gonna be there.
my expectations concerning the educational aspect is it's quite cool. But there is only one thing that I think it's not what I actually I'm not cool with. It's based on the English, the communication language stuff. It has actually been a big barrier.
I had some obviously hey, there's some things that I'm like, oh wow, this is such a great, like the safety. Oh my god. Right, yesterday I saw somebody left their phone on the bike and nobody took it, like by the officers there, they were just charging it on the bike. So the safety is like, it's really safe here. It's really, really, really safe.
So I never expected it to be like this. Sometimes you have to look for thousands of ways to interpret yourself for someone to understand you. You understand? Even fine, the lecturers are good, they know how to do this, but sometimes you have to look for thousands of ways to interpret yourself for them to understand you very well. So that's the barrier concerning that.
As to interaction, right? Interaction with people, I've struggled after it being a matter of them not knowing how to talk to me. But obviously there are bad days where you meet a lovely taxi man and they want to talk to you, they want to find out where you're from, they want to know how many months you've been here, how many years they've been here, right? When you come here, you pick languages, like you pick like phrases to get you by. You also pick offensive things that you know to pick when somebody's saying about you. So when somebody says that about you, you know what, yeah.